Congratulations on hitting the end of this chapter. This chapter was all about getting data out of functions. We have had a chance to look at different facilities offered by the C++ programming language to get data out of our functions. We started out by looking at input and output parameters, and we saw that we could set up an output parameter in which we're going to write our output data. And the key was that this output parameter had to be something we could modify inside the function and have the changes visible outside the function. And we had a chance to look at many examples of how we can do that. Next, we looked at how we could use return values to return from functions and get data out of the functions. We saw that by default, C++ is going to return by value and it is going to make a copy. We saw that we also had an option to return by reference, and this would return a reference we could in turn use to modify the original data. And this may come in handy in some applications, and now you have this tool at your disposal. We also saw that we could return by pointer, and one thing again you need to be careful about returning by pointer or by reference is pointers or references to local variables. Be sure to not use these guys or you're going to get crashes in your programs. Next, we looked at different ways we could do return type auto deduction. We started out by looking at bare auto type deduction, and we saw that you really need to be careful when you try to deduce references, and you have to explicitly add the ampersand symbol to deduce true references you can use to modify data. After that, we focused on getting optional output from functions. We saw a raw way we could do that by returning -1, for example, or even using an input parameter. But we saw that std optional was the recommended way to do this, especially in modern C++. And please use this. It is going to make your code better, and it is really not hard to master now that you have seen many examples on how you can use this. This is really all I had to share in this chapter. I hope you found it interesting. We are going to stop here in this chapter. In the next one, we're going to start and learn about function overloading. Go ahead and finish up here and meet me there.